Hello, my Eastern Baptist Church family, and welcome to another edition of Words for the Moment. Before we get into today's Words for the Moment, let me just thank you for sharing these words for the moment to your circle of friends and to your family on Facebook and other social media platforms. I've been hearing some very positive feedback of how these words for the moment has been a source of encouragement and impact during this time. Second of all, I just want to invite you, my Eastern Baptist Church family, to something that is exciting that's going to be happening on Sunday. On Sunday, we're going to be having drive-through communion. As you know, first Sunday is typically our communion Sunday. And so you'll be getting an email blast very, very soon to give you some details. It's going to be on Sunday from 10:30 until 12:30. You don't have to get out of your car or anything like that, but you'll have an opportunity to not only receive your communion to go with some instructions, but you will also have an opportunity to give a fellowship wave to me and First Lady, and also you have an opportunity to drop off your tithes and offering and your first fruits as we bring our offering to the storehouse. And so it's a great opportunity for you to get out of the house, but we certainly want to hold on to the mandates that have been put forth by the governor in terms of sheltering in place and staying at home, and certainly in terms of social distancing. So come and join us on Sunday from 10:30 until 12:30. You can come anytime during that 2-hour period to participate in our drive-through communion. But our words for the moment for today be coming from the 107th Psalm, verse 2. And as many of you know, that this verse 2 says, "Let the redeemed of the Lord say so, whom he has redeemed from the hand of the enemy." Let the redeemed of the Lord say so, whom he, meaning God, has redeemed from the hand of the enemy. And so I want to frame our time together just to ask this question. What do you have to say about what's going on? What do you have to say about the coronavirus? What do you have to say about everything that is taking place in terms of the individuals who are challenged financially, those who are in our healthcare profession? What do you have to say about this? And this question came up that was triggered from what I saw this morning on CNN. As I was watching CNN early this morning, there was a breaking news that scrolled across the bottom. And typically on CNN and other shows, they have breaking news and things like that scrolling across the bottom. And this thing that scrolled across the bottom, it said that Dr. Fauci, who is the White House coronavirus task force physician, has been receiving threats. He's been receiving threats. And I believe these threats are stemming from some resentment and blame that's being thrown at him, as he has been trying to provide our country with information about what to expect and some of the ramification of this coronavirus. But there's a lot of resentment building up, and there's a lot of blame that's being thrown at him as he is advising the White House what to do. And I think it has a lot to do with the variance between whether we should be focusing on the health component of it or whether we should be focusing on the wealth component. And we know that there is always a clash between health and a clash between wealth, and trying to figure out whether or not it's safer for us as a country to take our chances and go back to work to get the economy going back, or should we stay in this season of staying at home? And it sounds like it's going to be until the middle of June, which is dealing with the health to make sure that we don't continue to allow this coronavirus to spread. And so, the Lord just laid on my heart that if these threats are happening to him, and he's trying to make sure we stay safe, what do we have to add to this conversation? And another way to put it is, what do we have to add that put us at risk? Now, I'm not a proponent of receiving any types of threat, but I know that when people become desperate, they are liable to say and do anything. And so as you think about, as tensions begin to rise, as anxiety begin to explode, as people nerves begin to fray, what are we gonna have to say about what's going on? And so the question that I have is, will we still be able to say what Psalm 107 says in verse 1? Will we still be able to give thanks unto the Lord and be able to tell people that he is good, no matter what is going on in your life, whether or not you're dealing with some tragedy in terms of this coronavirus, whether you're having some financial stress due to this coronavirus, do we still have the ability and the strength to still say, oh, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever? And will we still be able to say what Psalm 34 says, that I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth, even for such a time as this, that our souls boast in the Lord, and that how we should humble and hear thereof and be glad. And will we still be able to say, oh, magnify the Lord with me and let us exalt his name together? When your food start getting low and when health challenges come your way, will we, as the redeemed of the Lord, be able to still tell people, magnify the Lord with me, even for such a time as this? But not only Psalm 107 and Psalm 34, when it's all said and done, will we still be able to say what Psalm 100 says, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye land. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know that the Lord, he is God, and he has made us and not we ourselves. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. Enter to his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name, for the Lord is still good, and his mercy is still everlasting, and his truth endures to all generation. So even though this doctor is receiving these threats because of his concern, and we're continuing to shelter in place, what are we gonna have that we can add to the conversation? What do we have to add to what is being said during this time of the coronavirus? It is my prayer that we'll still be able to shout from the mountaintop, Psalm 107, and we'll still be able to shout even from the valley low, Psalm 34, and we'll still be able, when it's all said and done, be able to shout Psalm 100 as we make a joyful noise unto the Lord. That is my prayer, that when the redeemed of the Lord say so, that we'll still have the strength and the power to give praise to his name. Thank you for being with us today. Once again, if this was impactful for you, please share it on your social media platforms. And once again, I invite our East End Baptist Church family to come out on Sunday, as we will be having a drive-through communion from 10:30 to 12:30. So come at your convenience. God bless you, and hope to see you very, very soon.